Billy the Kid's story has always been about survival, and in Season 3, Episode 5, titled, The Escape, we see that survival pushed to its absolute limit. The episode picks up right where things left off. Billy's behind bars, awaiting the noose, while Pat Garrett basks in his recent victory. But anyone who knows Billy knows he's not the type to die quietly. The cell is suffocating, not just the four walls, but the weight of his situation. Deputies Bob Ollinger and James Bell guard him night and day, and it's clear they couldn't be more different. Ollinger, played with cruel arrogance, never misses a chance to taunt Billy, reminding him that his days are numbered. Bell, on the other hand, is more sympathetic, polite, even, which only makes what's about to happen that much more tragic. When Sheriff Pat Garrett rides off to Santa Fe to secure the official death warrant, the stage is set for Billy to do what he does best, find a way out. The opportunity comes quietly. Billy asks to use the bathroom, a simple request that turns into the spark of chaos. Bell unlocks the door, and in a flash, Billy lunges. The struggle is short but brutal. He wrestles away Bell's gun, forces him into the hallway, and in one fatal moment, pulls the trigger. Bell collapses, and Billy's path to freedom begins, soaked in blood. But his escape isn't over. Ollinger, hearing the gunfire, rushes back into the jail. Billy waits at the window, armed with Ollinger's own shotgun. The second Ollinger steps through the door, Billy fires both barrels. It's quick, merciless, and echoes through the streets. In the space of a heartbeat, the most feared lawman in the territory becomes another name on Billy's long list of enemies turned corpses. For a brief moment, the building falls silent. Billy collects weapons, breaks his chains, and steps into the blinding sunlight, a free man once again. The scene is haunting. Billy walking away from the jail, shotgun in hand, his face a mix of triumph and exhaustion. You can almost hear history being written in that silence. Billy's next move is straight from the heart. He rides toward Dulcinea, desperate for a glimpse of the woman who represents something pure in his chaotic world. But even as he searches for her, the world is turning against him. Newspapers across the region explode with sensational headlines, painting Billy as a monster, a cold-blooded killer beyond redemption. Meanwhile, Emily, one of Billy's few remaining allies, fights back against that narrative. She argues that Billy isn't the devil the papers claim he is, that he's an Irish immigrant just trying to survive in a country that never gave him a chance. But her words fall on deaf ears. To the public, Billy's no longer a man. He's an outlaw legend, a symbol of chaos, and that makes him dangerous. Back in Lincoln County, Pat Garrett feels the walls closing in on him too. His victory has turned hollow, and now he's under immense pressure from the governor to finish the job once and for all. Garrett begins interrogating everyone connected to Billy, friends, allies, anyone who might know where he's hiding. When Dulcinea refuses to give up any information, he strikes her across the face, showing just how far he's willing to go. Garrett has crossed a line, and from this point on, his pursuit of Billy feels more personal than lawful. As Garrett tracks Billy's trail, Jesse Evans and the remaining regulators are finally released. Some head back to Lincoln, others scatter, but Jesse seems convinced of one thing: Billy's story is almost over. He rides toward Silver City, haunted by the feeling that the legend he once followed is about to fall. The tension builds toward the fateful showdown at Pete Maxwell's house, a scene that's been foreshadowed since the beginning. Garrett sets up his ambush in the dark, waiting. Inside, Billy, tired and unarmed, enters the room, calling softly for his friend Pete. Then, from the shadows, a gunshot rings out. Billy falls. Silence follows. We all know how the story's supposed to end. Pat Garrett kills Billy the Kid in cold blood, and the legend dies that night. But the episode ends in a way that keeps us